गुड
Transfers of
मॉर्निंग।
supplies must be reported.
आज हम मारेंगे सॉस।
Let the show begin.
क्या लेके जाए?
Though the clouds may darken and light turn to gloom, still we know the share of flowers.
ये भी ठीक है।
You lead the way. Body and mind. According to coaching, this. Excuse me, do you.
Yes.
It's not convenient to.
Ah, well said.
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one.
Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as... Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't...
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to...
Oh, Paimon gets it. Just...
It's not just you.
We've gotten... Which is why we must stop that monster before... So the Archon War was fought too? So will the power of the Qi-Sing...
We've already discussed this together.
What? But...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qi-Sing did once and as fate would have it. For what could you mortals ever...
So be it. We haven't a moment to spare. Yep.
I okay. I got it.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Glacial Ballista!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me! Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Body and mind.
Let's move.
Time to act. Nice and spicy.
Who's this?
Time to act. Boba, get them!
Miscalculated.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
अरे हंस भाई.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Time to act.
Let's end this quickly!
I'm right, man. Where's you guys attacking again? There are so many Fatui too. We can't look.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Rain, out.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy. That light from your body. It's like the time in Julian Cars. Wow, it's not a pink shockwave. This gray is really strong.
Now you're not going anywhere! Miscalculated. Not breaking a sweat.
Nice and spicy.
My work. Finished.
Body and mind. With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight
fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Boba, get them!
Let me weave you a verse. Time to act.
Let's move.
Nice and spicy!
No, my sword!
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Can't run!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse. Time to act.
Let me amuse myself.
Boba, get them!
No, my sword!
Looks like I went too far.
Witness the power. Tui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Wow. 15 second wait.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Playing.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, Lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Magic.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation. At first, it was only the size of a small... It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves a...
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why...
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue. 3,000... Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no... But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
उसको dream भी
In the
आती है।
dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had but I dared not speak. I could only gaze.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the Illuminati.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those power. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, although their blood is weak. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. One fears that by the time one finally grasps, fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart?
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis... Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that arc? Paimon doesn't get it. But...
Zhongli. Babe.
Isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's going. Let's ask for him at Wangshen Funeral Parlor.
Zhongli uncle. Nanya? Ora dia.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the... Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the we had better go and make sure that it...
The key here is consumer psychology. Julian's outside.
बैंक में घूमेंगे हम बैंक में. Yeah.
You call this cooperation between harbingers?
Don't take it to... Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And...
It's you two. I believe... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was...
Well, if it isn't you two...
Paimon knew...
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat. You remember the agreement, Morax.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract. is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee.
Zhongli बाबू ने कुछ किया लग रहा है.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he...
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant. I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I said, was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? So I feigned my own death, and gathered the... Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept for so many years. That's right. Which is why I continue.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Lilith back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Li...
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quit.
Huh? That doesn't sound...
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord, if you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you... Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade.
Realistically speaking, there is.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then my agreement with the Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future.
अंकल जोंगली बहुत बातें किए।
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits... Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things?
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think? I don't think there's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty...
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious.
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis...
Hear ye all! That though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both light and shadow have their season. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that, Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they...
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the...
3,700 years of
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But
the long, unending dream of our Archon walking among...
Now that we have awoken from our dream, Will you stand with us as we...
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking...
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you name your price.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Perhaps, Moment.
And to think but it seems as well, that's fine.
क्या हाल है
Suffer no
दीदी?
rivals.
बस चल रही है स्टोरी.
As for the mortal,
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after... Right. If the two of you can spare the time. You're right. I do lack them.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen... When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from...
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of...
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could. No matter how... I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma...
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a...
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control. But if a person shows true strength of will this is what visions are.
Uh-huh. That's how people...
But starting from last year, the right...
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within...
They want to seize visions? But what...
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it...
Whoa!
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could... The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to... Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of, with 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of... All right then. Was there anything... Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particular... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, Kuching is absolutely right in saying that now. Though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan, could the original person who brought up the... All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the since Morax is dead? Are they all... Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even...
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy...
This is terrible! We're all about to...
Yes, this is indeed a well, I suppose we'll just...
Then, did you at least set some private funds as...
Oh, a private fund.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get it...
Interesting, right, guys? I find it interesting. Maybe yeah.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project!
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity. Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity. You may ask me anything. And
These things won't be easy to get hold of.
Then it's the deal of a lifetime.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard...
मेरे पे वो आइटम्स होगी.
Oh no.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? Then
so you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interested? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am not.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business. Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space.
सही है. क्या
The
सही है?
abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity present.
आंटी जी ने मुझे काम
Super
दिया
busy.
है.
First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh?
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can, as it happens, we have some information about the materials.
No,
Don't be like that. Why don't you stand there?
Oh, right, yeah.
इनसे क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन हमें पूछनी है?
Did you hear that? They said they had some use. Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
Rain outlines your fate.
Huh, they're not here. Let's keep looking.
This is a peaceful neighborhood.
Please be mindful of your personal safety.
Ah, children, come, come.
Oh, what is it, Granny?
Oh, no, no. You've, in fact, my old...
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often... That simply won't do. Fortunately, I have... Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot...
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of... but that's enough nostalgia for...
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're...
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no... What's more, well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies. And if you were lucky enough, but almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner, since even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be in any case. Smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure. Goodness knows if that.
Well, since you're an adeptus, Granny, the person you.
Yes.
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue?
Oh, maybe so. Who can say?
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands. Yen Fei, I believe you've already heard of the trap.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. Afterward, before finally defeating an ancient god. A shame that we didn't meet. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note.
All right, Yenfei, all right. You'll have to excuse Yenfei.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem
an adeptus? I guess. Kinda. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time. And then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two.
Well, that's a bit casual for an adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've got.
Is that so? Yenfei, are you sure you can't find some other way? They have.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already.
Whoa, that's a
commercial consultancy. Or Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some smaragdus. So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you want to join me?
Wow, an adeptus imploring. Best we be a little.
Well, don't worry. We're not bad guys.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this.
So what? She's
I've already told you. If you
come on, man. It's not about.
I won't.
No more excuses! Yeah, I saw you. Stroll, then Shinyue kiosk, then Wanmin rest. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor. But here we are.
Boss, I'm telling you. What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this?
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent...
No, don't.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Shenhe.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head.
You can't do that. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No.
Really? So,
That would be my stomach growling.
she's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you would then, of course you're still hungry. So?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. Medicinal.
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away.
Boo Boo
Let's
Pharmacy.
take Shenhe there for a... After all, you can't...
Very delicious.
Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here.
Thank you.
She's...
My hunger has now abated. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After.
So, how come you chow down on these and bear... If Paimon had enough, Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest...
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here, sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste?
Return to the mountains.
Enough about me. What?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! And now we're probably...
I see.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any... Were you interested in the contest too?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of... However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you...
Wow! But having an adeptus help out will make things...
Then let's not delay.
Great! Paimon...
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classed. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us.
Veto! That is not acceptable!
Really? But I hear that competition isn't as...
Look, we want to win Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Course, and a...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So...
Baiju? What are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so...
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much...
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is...
No, we've got other stuff to do.
The variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun... Thanks, Baiju.
You're quite welcome. Good luck to you all.
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders
I
in
have
recently.
seen you.
Everyone's been
Thanks, Juno.
completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait a minute. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue.
Understood, Master Xingqiu.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sun?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you mean?
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some suns. We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the
500 million?
Honestly, I would recommend that.
But with that,
don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard.
Who?
Oh, Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper.
Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode. Luckily, I came into possession of a.
That's great! Wouldn't it be a little, you know,
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Sea Gazer was very
open-minded. I have not heard of Sea Gazer being described.
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds. Oh, I almost forgot. Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus.
Okay, we will be. It should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
Mechanism, baby, mechanism.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have...
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new cilium? Yep. The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. Should we go over it?
और आवाज बढ़ाओ फुल है मधु बहुत ज्यादा है
Oh, yay! Okay, let's go! Oh, how exciting!
Ready when you are.
देखो बड़ा है मैं फोर्ट्स भूल गया घर पे वाह तो अब उसमें मैं क्या करूं फुल है मैंने बढ़ा रखा है आज ऑलरेडी
Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the Sunset Vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see! Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the wrecks and
These are not real clouds. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the...
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place.
no stone unturned.
Dodge this!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast! That really hurt!
Cool it!
Shabam! Come on! Pull yourself together, Kachina!
What is that? What is all that moment back there? मतलब
All in a day's work. I'll catch up. Leave it all to me.
Here goes!
Your own people are so...
मुझे लग रहा है हाँ
No! I messed up! Again. I must leave no stone unturned. I am a disgrace to the knights.
May knowledge guide you.
Oh, so
I believe with any luck, the sun.
Really? Look, and now that Paimon takes a closer look...
These are not real. If we want to go down, we must first.
All right, then let's do...
I sense the presence of.
Nice and spicy.
No, my sword! Time to act.
Freeze!
Unleash!
Leave it all to me. I'll catch up. Boba, get them!
Dodge this!
Body and mind.
Steady as stone.
Rain outlines your fate.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Obey! Unleash!
Cryo Incarnate!
Obey! Oh! Manifest in your dreams!
Out of the
Ring cutter!
Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
Obey! Unleash!
Dodge this! Don't push your...
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Obey!
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Celia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Lola, get them!
Cool it!
Let me weave you a verse.
Obey!
Manifest!
Leave it all to me.
Obey! Take your true form!
No, my sword!
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Steady as stone, as a good knight should. It was my honor to serve you.
Mind your fate. Unleash! Manifest! Cryo incarnate! Witness the power of Gugwa! Obey! Manifest!
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Ah! So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. About this stone wall. Let's take a closer look. catch up.
तेरी आवाज बड़ा कुछ सुनाई नहीं दे रहा। मेरी आवाज तो और क्यों बड़ा? सब ठीक है मेरी आवाज? हेलो, मेरी आवाज अब ठीक है? बता।
I'll catch up. At the frying pan, I must leave no stone unturned.
Cool it. Oh, so sorry.
Unleash! Manifest!
Nice and spicy. Eat this.
Obey! Unleash! Do your master's bidding! Obey!
Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Boba, get them!
Not good.
Dodge this.
Unleash!
Time to act.
At the frying pan, into the fire!
Cool it.
May my final stand be a monument to chivalry.
Transfiguration!
Nice and spicy!
In your dreams! Oh!
This one will be frozen in time.
Rain outlines your fate.
At the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
Manifest! By ordinance divine!
Time to clean up. I must leave no stone unturned. Oh, that's going back in the wash. I am a disgrace to the knights.
What's the hurry?
Nice and spicy.
Dodge this.
Rain cutter.
अरे हीलिंग ना हो तो बड़ा
It was my honor to serve you.
May my final stand be a monument to... Unleash! Ugh! My curse! To bear. I have taught you everything I know.
Fire! It really hurt! Water!
I'm not done.
हेलो हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full. What's wrong? Can't handle the cold?
Go back! Get them! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Steady as stone.
Rain outlines your fate.
Go back! Get them!
Freeze!
I must leave no stone unturned. I'll catch up.
ये गेम है? क्या गेम है ये? Genshin Impact.
Leave it all to me.
Time to act.
Booba, get them! Steady as stone.
Dodge this.
I'm the frying pan. It's nice and spicy.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Time to act.
अरे तुम अंकल
Booba, get them!
पागल। अरे तेरी ठंडी ठंडी लग गई। वो तो पता है बट ये तो भाई ऐसा लग रहा है मूवी चल रही कोई मस्त। हाँ
Someone needs
वैसे ही है
assistance.
मतलब पूरा
A little
स्टोरी
dusty.
बेस्ड है ना।
Best give it a spring cleaning. All in a day's work.
Steady as stone.
I'll catch up.
Vengeance on- yeah.
Someone needs assistance.
Yeah, मैंने
But they still need me.
हैं
Time to act.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Is that so? Another person to count on is always.
Yep, and it's even harder.
Yes. Let me consult our records.
Blonde. Wait, do you mean... Does that stranger's face look...
Like the honorary knights? No, they...
Seriously?
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so nonetheless, you can look for... After all, it is not uncommon. And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, you would please don't talk down on yourself like that. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city. Well, as to further news about him, he stands guard at the city gate. I wish you every success, Ad Astra Abyssal.
Honorary knight. Is something the matter? A stranger with an eye. He was wandering all over. I lost him pretty. As long as Master Jean is here, there's no.
That might be true.
That is. Anyways, you should go ask him. Maybe.
Mondstadt welcomes you.
Time to act.
Why? You need something? Here, I remember it. Can't say I've heard of it. He then had a look at the Knights of the Guild want to get.
Angels here. Anyway,
Mondstadt welcomes you.
Body and mind.
हाँ आज के लिए इतना ही रखता है गेस see you guys tomorrow bye bye